Good morning, dear student. I myself is Virender Singh. Today we will be having discussion regarding artificial kidney. Artificial kidney. That means in case of failure of our natural kidneys, we have to make use of the artificial kidneys. So, first of all, we must understand and we are well aware that the role of the kidneys is to filter out the nitrogenous waste. Filter out the nitrogenous waste that is being produced during metabolic activities in our body. And particularly, we human beings release the nitrogenous waste in the form of urea. As you are aware that aquatic organisms are releasing the nitrogenous waste in the form of ammonia because it requires huge amount of water, and ammonia is highly toxic, and mammals are releasing the nitrogenous waste in the form of urea. Urea is less toxic comparison to ammonia, and the birds and the reptiles are releasing the nitrogenous waste in the form of uric acid. Uric acid is least toxic comparison to these ammonia and urea. So my dear students, now we are aware that our kidneys are releasing the nitrogenous waste that is produced during the metabolic activities in our body. So now due to some reason kidney got failure, that means they are not filtering out the urea from our blood. What may be the reason of failure of kidneys? These may got some infection. They may got some infection, or they may got some injury, or the reason may be such that there may be not the sufficient supply of the blood. There may not be the sufficient supply of blood. So these may be the reason. They may got some infection, they may got some injury, okay, and the sufficient supply may not be to the kidneys. Now, what will happen? This urea along with creatinine and other waste materials will get accumulated in the body. That means when this will get accumulated in the body due to failure of the kidney, this will prove very fatal. It will disbalance the metabolic activities and the individual may get die if we will not take the proper care. So in those situations we have to filter out this urea, creatinine and other nitrogenous waste from the blood. So we have to undergo the artificial kidney or dialysis process. Now we will be going through the diagram of artificial kidney, and I will make you understand how these wastes are being filtered out. So now we are going to draw the diagram of artificial kidney. The few points you must consider in your mind, that here the main role is to filter out the urea, creatinine and other waste from the blood. So that means blood has to be supplied to this artificial kidney or dialysis machine. And second factor you have to consider in your mind, that there will be diffusion process. That means urea will diffuse from high concentration to the lower concentration. I will make you understand. Let us go through the diagram of artificial kidney. So this will be having one tank, and in this what will be there? Tubes will be there. This will be having the tubes, and these tubes are interconnected. So these tubes are having the interconnection. Now you have to make understand that this is the box. This box will be filled with the dialysis fluid. It will be filled with the dialysis fluid. So from one side we will supplying the fresh dialysis fluid. This bottle will be having the fresh dialysis fluid. Why it is required, I will make you understand. Fresh dialysis fluid. And these tubes, cellophane tubes, they are lined with the semi-permeable membrane. And these tubes are connected with the artery of the patient. That means blood will be taken from the patient and it would be supplied to the tubes which are there in this dialysis machine. And here there will be some mechanism, I will let you know. And now the purified blood, again it will be resupplied to the patient. And now second mechanism will be there, that this dialysis fluid has also continuously to be removed. What will be the necessity to removal of the dialysis fluid? That means it is having the used dialysis fluid. So this is having the used dialysis fluid, this bottle, and from here the fresh dialysis fluid will be supplied. So now dear students, now we have to understand. This is the patient. From this patient we will take out the blood, and blood is being taken from the artery, and from the patient the blood will be supplied to the dialysis machine. This dialysis machine is having the tubes. So blood will get filled up within these tubes, and lined by the cellophane membrane. Cellophane means this is such membrane which will permit the urea to get diffused into the dialysis fluid which is surrounding of these tubes, and the remaining osmolarity will be the same. That means excess urea will get diffused from these tubes to the fluid, and fresh fluid will be supplied, and the used fluid will be collected in the bottle. That means while we are continuously supplying the fresh fluid and removing the used fluid, see, we are aware that urea is high concentration in the flowing blood, and when it will get equalized with the dialysis fluid which is surrounded of these tubes, that means there will be equal concentration. So the urea will not get filtered out, it will not get diffused from these tubes to the dialysis fluid. So continuously it has to be removed out to maintain the diffusion gradient. And the pure blood, that means pure means the blood from which urea has been removed, creatinine has been removed, it will again resupplied to the patient. So this is the mechanism of the dialysis machine. When the patient is in the critical condition, urea get accumulated, so that means in that condition we can remove the urea from the blood of the infected person. And when the condition becomes very severe, in that condition we have to undergo the transplantation of the kidney. So my dear students, keep these 3-4 points in your mind. That means blood will be collected, means supplied, and it will be having high amount of the urea, so urea will get diffused, and this way we can remove the nitrogenous waste urea from the infected person.